Okay, here is where everybody knows your name. So this is the Cheers theme. So this one, again, we kind of talked about this in the last lesson. We talk about positions and how we grab notes in blocks instead of trying to figure them out, note by note. So in the beginning of the right hand here, I'm grabbing this with 2 and 4, so F and B flat. But I also have my fingers ready on the next 4 notes, which are D, F, B flat, and D. And I know right after that, I'm going to be going to this chord, which is F. I'm going to play it twice. So if you watch this, this is the right way to practice this. Playing everything as a block. And then we'll play it broken. Now it sounds pretty much right. Now we have to do the left hand. So the left hand shows treble clef. So if we're in the treble clef, we just have to figure out what note is that. So if we use our code Every Good Boy, we know it's a B. And we know it's not middle B because it's in the center of the treble staff. So it's this B. So B flat, because B is flat, and so is E in the key signature, and then B flat and C. And then we just put these two together. That's the solid version, and then the broken version. Now the next measure is the same thing, we just move down an octave. And there's your introduction. So we did it once up here, move. And now let's talk about the actual melody here. The way that the left hand is written, you'll notice my left hand is traveling quite a bit. So this is like a stride left hand, very simplistic one. We won't do it that way. We'll probably do something more like this. Something like that where you keep your hand in place. Might do octaves. That sounds okay. So we'll talk about it in the lesson and I'll give you options for that. But we want to learn the melody, right? So watch out for your ties. You'll notice there are 4/16 notes starting on F, and then 2 Fs and a G, another tie, then 2 more Fs, another tie, and then F, 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 B flat, there's another tie, and then C to another C. So there's a lot of ties, so know where to pause. Pause, 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 pause. So make sure either you circle your ties or do something to make sure you don't miss those. And then it repeats. So that's almost the same thing. It's a little bit different. And then we move on to this part. Now, if you can't do this octave thing, you can just go... play the top notes instead of playing the big old octaves. And then this part right here, we'll talk about that. We don't necessarily have to do that. And they start off playing octaves here. Well, that's a little more advanced for you right now, so we could actually just play the bottom notes. And then the top notes on that one. So we're going to talk about how to simplify all of this in the lesson so that you can play the melody and not have to do all the crazy stuff. Okay? But this at least gives you a start on how to position yourself and how to practice. And then we'll talk more about how we're going to simplify things in the left hand in the lesson. But it gives you something to work at there. It's only a 2-pager. And I think once we figure out where we're going to go, I'll make you a separate video of the simplified version. Okay? So hopefully that helps at least get you going on a few of these things. And if you have any issues, just text me. All right.